Hello everyone, welcome back to Aretha's Kitchen. I'm so happy to see you again, and I want to thank all of my subscribers for viewing my videos, and I want to thank you all for all the comments that you made, okay? And I also want to tell you, make sure you like and subscribe and leave comments and hit that notification bell for the new recipes coming up. Okay, so today I have a new recipe, and it is how to bake a banana pecan pound cake with a maple pecan glaze to it, and it is delicious. So let me stop talking and let's start baking. Now, before we get started, with the first step, I want you to know that all the measurements and ingredients are located in the description box. Okay, so we're going to do it step by step, and we're going to start with our dry ingredients. Okay, but first of all, let's set our oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, and while the oven is preheating, okay, we're going to start with our dry ingredients, which is like 5 cups of all-purpose flour. And we're going to sift this because we want to make sure all the lumps are, out of it. And make sure it's the actual measurement. Okay. So again, it's just 5 cups of flour. Okay, so 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Okay, 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Okay, so that's all our dry ingredients. So we're gonna sift it. Yeah, and make sure we get all the lumps out. And I should have gotten a bigger one, a bigger sifter, but no, this will work. Okay, it's been sifted very well. As you can see, there aren't any lumps. So we're going to put it on the side, and then we're going to get ready to do our wet ingredients. Okay, so I have some bananas here, and they are completely brown. And believe it or not, these make the best cake because you get a lot of juice out of these bananas. So you make sure they are real ripe. Okay, and if they're not, you can always put them in the oven for about 5 or 10 minutes until they turn dark like this. Okay, so I need 2 cups of mashed bananas, and these are very ripe. Okay, and you just peel them, and then you mash it. My masher here, so I'm gonna mash and see. And also, it fit right along with the butter, because the butter makes it moist, and the real ripe bananas makes it extra moist. Look like it's mashed enough. Okay, and this is a 2-cup measuring cup. Okay, and we're going to put in here and see if we have exactly 2 cups. Might have a little bit more. Oh yeah, it's exactly 2 cups. Okay, so before I mix the wet ingredients, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna melt the butter. Okay, I'm gonna melt 3 sticks of butter, and I want it to get like a light golden brown. Let's see, we're gonna turn it down to medium. because we don't want the butter to burn. And let's stir it. Because you want to have that caramel taste, flavor. Give it a few minutes to melt. Now you can turn it up a little bit because the butter was cold. But you can take it out, in room temperature. And you should see it, see it foaming. When it started foaming, that means it's browning. Okay, almost like a light brown. Okay, there you have it. Okay, you can see it's kind of light brown, which is going to give, like I said, your cake a great flavor. And you want to make sure this butter cools before you mix it, because you don't want it to cook your eggs. So you're going to add, your sugar to it first to kind of cool it down. So let's take it and put it to the side. And I'm going to let you see, that it's brown. See, it's kind of brown. So take it and put it to the side for now. Let it cool. Now the butter has cooled. So now we're going to pour it in the bowl. That's our butter. Okay. Okay, we're going to add, this is like 1 cup of light brown sugar. Okay. And 1 cup of granulated sugar. Okay. Now we're going to stir it and mix it very well. Now mix it until it's all combined. Okay, now we have 4 eggs, 4 whole large eggs. We're gonna add 1 at a time, and then we're gonna mix it very well as we. Okay, and then the last one. Okay, as you see, it's mixed very well. Okay, now we're going to mix in the mashed bananas. Okay. And also 1 cup of yogurt. It's Greek yogurt. And we're going to mix it very well. And also we're going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Okay, it looks like it's been blended very well. Now we're going to gradually add in our flour mixture. Okay. And as you can see, I'm not using a mixer. I'm doing this all by hand. I'm just gently folding it in. Okay, go ahead and add all of it in there. Okay, and I'm going to gently add it in. Okay, it looks like it's, looks like it's blending in very well, mixed very well. If you have some problem with your hands, you can always use the mixer. Okay, so now I have some nuts. So I'm gonna includes, I'm going to fold in my pecans, and this is like 1 cup of chopped pecans. So I'm going to put those in there, and I'm going to fold them in. Now you don't want to over mix your batter, so you just fold it in slowly. Okay, that's what it looks like. Okay, so we're gonna get ready to put it in our pan and put it in the oven. Okay, I'm going to take my time. I have a 10-inch bundt pan, and I'm going to use my favorite, which is baker's jar, to spray my pan very well. Okay, so now I'm going to get ready to pour my batter into the pan. Like I always say, if the cake is going to be too big for you and your family, you can always cut the recipe in half. Okay, but I usually like to fix bigger cakes because I share with a lot of people, with friends and relatives. They come over, and I also I share with them, and I keep in the freezer. You can always keep in the freezer what you don't eat. And then you take it out, and at room temperature, it tastes just like you just bake it. So let's hit the bottom of the pan, get rid of all the bubbles. And sometimes you just, and I flat right there will work. So like now in a few minutes, I'm gonna get ready, gonna decorate the top of it. Okay, so like now for the decorate the top of it, okay, I'm gonna, this is like 1/2 cup of chopped pecans that were left, put in the bowl here. Okay, and some pieces look like it need to be broken up a little bit more. So, because you wanna make sure they chop. Okay, then I'm gonna use a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. Okay. And maybe a tablespoon. I mean, I need as much, but maybe a tablespoon of light brown sugar. Now, this is optional, You don't have to do, you can use any topping that you want. Okay, and then I'm going to stir it and mix it all together. This is where I want to sprinkle on top of the cake before. Now, I have some extra bananas that's left. Okay, so I'm going to take this. I'm going to, spread on this dish right here. Spread like this. Okay, and I have these extra bananas, which I'm going to peel up in there. They don't have to be real ripe, and dark like the other bananas are. Okay, so I'm gonna slice it in half. Yeah. Okay, and you might want in half and half. Then I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna dip it right in here, in this mixture right here, and get some on there, like some pecans and some sugar and some cinnamon. Okay, and I'm going to take and place it on top like that of the cake. Okay, and I'm going to do, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do after I've done this. See, and then put it, you can put it anywhere on the cake because you're actually decorating it. All right, and then now your leftovers from here, you can just take it and then just sprinkle it on top. Okay. And this is what it looks like. Okay, and then you can take it and hit the bottom of it again and make sure you don't have it getting the bubbles. Okay, and put it in the oven. Okay, 325 degrees Fahrenheit is what I already preheated in my oven. And then you let it stay anywhere between 60 to 90 minutes or even longer. You make sure you put a a toothpick in or a pick in it. And if it comes out clean, you know your cake is done. But make sure you do the toothpick. Because sometimes it takes cakes a little bit longer, you know, to cook. It all depends on your oven and the temperature of your oven. Anyway, so let's go ahead and put it in here. Yeah. And I'll be back when it's done. Okay, while the cake is still in the oven, what we can do, go ahead and let's make the maple pecan glaze to go over the cake. But we have to wait till the cake cools off. You know, we're going to drizzle this glaze over the cake. Okay, we're going to start with like, this is 1 cup of confectioner sugar. And then, okay, and this like 2 tablespoons of whole milk. And we're going to use like anywhere between, this is the pure maple syrup, you know, grade A. So you make sure you get grade A, okay, because you want it to, you know, have that dark flavor look. Okay, and we're going to put about 2 to 3 tablespoons full in here. I just might use 3. Now we're going to whisk this together. And this is what it looks like here. And we're going to drizzle like that over the cake. But right now we're going to set it aside and we're going to wait till the cake gets done and cools off. And then we're going to put this glaze over it. Okay, here it is, guys. It took about 90 minutes, or so, right? So like with the temperature 325 degrees Fahrenheit. So like with your oven, you have to make sure for it to check to see if your cake is done by using the pick and by sticking through it. And if it's come out clean, like I did this time, you know your cake is done. Okay, and don't take it out, if it doesn't come out clean. But anyway, this is the way that it looks. It's a huge, big cake. I mean, a beautiful cake, right? And so like now I'm gonna let it sit here for like 5 minutes for the pan to cool off, and then I'm gonna put it on a rack and let it cool off for about 30 minutes before I put the glaze on it. Okay, and then soon as it gets cool, we're gonna go ahead and decorate, and then we're gonna taste it. Oh, look at this beautiful cake. Isn't it beautiful? Look at it. Okay. It came out real nice and beautiful. And you see they have the bananas and the pecans like on top. Okay, so like now we're going to decorate our cake. Remember the glaze that I made earlier? Well, we're gonna drizzle some of it on the cake. Yeah. And we might not use all of this. Okay, hello, so like here is the cake right here. It's already decorated and everything. Okay, so let's give it a try. We're gonna get a slice. All right, and there you have it there. Okay, and that's what it looks like. Boy, it looks yummy inside. Okay, so let's go ahead and give it a taste. This is delicious. So don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And let me know how your banana pecan pound cake turned out to be. Okay, so take care and be sure to like and subscribe for my channel. Hit that notification bell for the next recipe. You take care, stay blessed, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.